All right, hey everybody, this is Tarbucket. We're going to be going over the build that I worked on the other day on the live stream just a couple of days ago. Show you some things that we changed, and that's pretty much it. First, you'll see that my gems are green. The gems are green because since we are speed farming, we really don't need to go. I mean, we want to go fast, right? So we really don't need to have hit points is what I'm trying to say. So I took the rubies out, slapped in these gems. These are green, whatever the greens are. So emeralds, I believe they are. So if they're emeralds, yeah, just stick them in there. Also, we changed out the crit of the weapons here to vulnerable. The reason why we did vulnerable because our bleed damage is much higher with the vulnerable. With hemorrhage. I believe it was hemorrhage. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But anyways, I know I'm right about the vulnerable damage causing more bleed. So that brings our vulnerable up. And when we do a pit, they actually just go super, super smooth because of it. Our vulnerable here is at 725, which is ridiculously high. So one thing you could do is if you wanted to, go ahead and drink some of this potion right here, which is the elixir of destruction, which will actually give you another 15% vulnerable damage. That's if you want to, or go ahead and do my favorite, which is hitting the critical strike. You get your strike chance up and you also get your critical damage up. Do that one too. And you could always use the anti-venom if you want to get your life up. But if you do want more life, just put rubies in your stuff right there, or roll the weapons instead of damage, roll them to life. That's totally up to you. I just rolled damage on it just because, you know, I'm a human and I like big numbers, even though it doesn't really matter. But I don't die, so therefore, no, you know, not worried about the hit points. So that's where we stand on that. Our crit strike damage comes down a little bit, but so what is all I have to say about that. We did change some things on our skill trees. Our expertise is still the same, guys, just to let you know. Let me show you here. Control, isn't it Control S? I thought it was. To bring this up, wasn't it Control S? It doesn't matter. I'll show you right there. If you scroll down, you notice that this is lashed on to slashing, and this one is lashed on to bludgeoning, the two-handed. So our skills, I thought it was Control S. Okay, Control S is not working. Whatever. Let's go to the skills and let's show you here. So this is what we've done with the skill tree. We still have our 2 up here. I'll just go over it again to make it easy. We have 1 into Whirlwind up to enhanced Whirlwind. Of course, we still have 3 at pressure point. We have 1, 2, 3 in the rallying cry up to tactical rallying cry. We also have 3 in imposing. 3 is in martial vigor. We have 1 in iron skin only, all the way to tactical iron skin, and then we have 1 in challenging shout, and 1 in challenge while challenging shout is active, gain 20%, which is the next one. Now, I didn't choose any of these tactical or strategic, so I skipped out on that because that is while challenging shout is active, you gain 3 fury each time you take damage. Well, guess what? You're not taking much damage, and at that point, you're running a pit anyway. So since you're running a pit, you're getting tons of fury from fury on kill from your freaking ring. So don't even waste it on that one. What I've done is I took this out and I put it over here to WARCRY. That's all. That's what I did with that one. Same with this. Challenging shout is active. You gain thorns. You don't need that because you're not going to get hit anyway. So with the WARCRY, check this out. I put 1, 2, 3 more into WARCRY this time, just to get that cooldown and damage bonus. Or mainly the damage bonus that you get from it. Take that over to Power WARCRY. And then we have 3 over in Booming Voice. We have 3 in Raid Leader. We have 3 in Swiftness, all on the same tree. Still with the 2 aggressive resistance only, because damage reduction, you don't get hit much in pits or anywhere else. Boom, there you go. That's it. 3 in Pit Fighter, 3 in Slay and Strike. You also have that 1 in Hamstring and 3 over in Cut to the Bone. 1 point into Rupture. So this is one of the biggest changes we did now, guys. We took off Wrath of the Berserker. Wrath of the Berserker, what does it do? It knocks back surrounding enemies and gain Berserking Unstoppable for 5 seconds. Berserker and Unstoppable. You're already going to be Berserking. You don't need that. Unstoppable, who cares? You're killing a boss. Because you really only use this when you're killing a boss, so you really don't need that. And for the next 10 seconds, dealing direct damage with basic skills grants Berserking for 5 seconds. Well, I'm not doing any basic skills. So why do I need that? Unless I was a bash barbarian. I'm not a bash barbarian. Don't need that. That ain't doing crap for me, right? You also gained movement speed and fury generation. Don't need that. The boss is going to be dead before you even generate any fury. And for every 50 fury you spend, the Berserker's damage bonus is, this is the biggest part, up to 100% your Berserking damage, right? Wrath of the Berserker. But the problem is, you have to take off, the way that I had it is, you have to take off this or one of these shouts to actually use this if you're going to have Rupture on. So when you shout, you're going to be spawning twisters anyway. The twisters are actually going to make up for the damage you do with Wrath of the Berserker. So leave that Wrath of the Berserker off, as simple as that. So that was the main change. Rupture, of course, you know, just go ahead and put 1 point in there. That's all you need. And then ripping your weapon out of enemies during Rupture causes an explosion. That is cool because if you pull it out and it doesn't kill them, you stick it in and you pull it out again, right? You don't need any of these other things. You don't need Warriors or Fighters Rupture at all. You don't need to heal because you're at the end boss. What are you going to heal from? Nothing. Also, you don't need to increase attack speed. So that's that. We have 1 point over here into direct damage. You gain maximum life is fortify. This is just to help your fortify out, but you should actually have, oh, okay, I'm sorry. So if we regroup, we actually take this off. This actually needs to go to strategic rallying cry, guys, for fortify. So this is going to help you fortify. This is going to help you fortify. This is your survivability. If you're going up against a boss only, like say a tormented boss, go ahead and pick up tactical rallying cry. Or for pits, you're going to do strategic rallying cry. So those are the differences in the two. We just did a whole bunch of Ubers for 3-4 hours. That's why we or tormented. That's why we had that one on. But yeah, strategic rallying cry. Get that one for your pits. So you do have to have this one still anyway, and then you have 3 over here in counteroffensive to give you more fortify over your maximum life. 3 points into heavy-handed. Of course, you know your amulet brings that up. I still don't have a better amulet. And then you have your one last thing in gushing rooms. Your Paragon tree is still the same. So if you look at any of my other builds, the last build, it's all the same. And honestly, I don't really need to go over this because it's the same thing that I had last time. The link will be in the description, so you could actually just look at the link, and it's going to be the same. But that's where we are right there. That is the new change that we've actually made in the last couple of days. So other than that, if you would like and subscribe, please do. We're almost at the 500. We're going to 1,000 subs on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. And have a good day.